RPG set in a dark fantasy universe. You're playing as a mercenary, as a Freeman Blades, a group of mercenaries. At the beginning of the game you can customize your character, change the face, haircut, even the sex of your character if you want to play a girl. And you're part of a group of mercenaries that are supposed to protect the Red Scribes, which is a small group of kind of scientists of this world that are trying to find a solution to stop the power of some sorcerers that are using ice magic to make all the world become colder and colder, and are creating a new glacial era. So they're trying to find a solution using a mix of magic and science to wake up the heart itself of the planet, so the magma part of the planet, to make it warmer again and to stop the power of the sorcerers. But of course these sorcerers don't stay without doing nothing, so they send their army to stop them, and you are here to protect them and to avoid the army to stop the ritual from these Red Scribes. So you're here with your buddy mercenaries, and the first elements of this army is coming. So it's the very beginning of the game, so the part where there will be the tutorial of all the controls, combat options and things. So it's a prologue of the game, and that's the part where you learn to know all the different characters you will play with. So here's the captain of the mercenaries, and the first enemies coming. So as you will see, the combat is very dynamic. You of course can dodge, parry. There is different types of blows, powerful ones, rapid ones. You can push enemies to make them fall, and depending on the type of enemies, you have to change and switch your blows and to be able to win the fights. So this is a part using the combat skill tree, but you will gain some skills into a more raw skill tree that will allow you to switch even during the fights between two types of combat. One with two daggers, so you will be of course faster during your attacks, but it will be you should better dodge than parry, because with daggers you can parry that much, and you have more chance to do some critical blows, but of course you're weaker on the physical aspect. So depending on the type of enemies, it can be interesting to switch from a type of combat to another and use a different stance to fight against the different guys. This big guy is coming is the boss of this level, that you will meet later, of course. For now he's just arriving.
Everybody into the jacket!
Dialogue option each time you're talking to a character with different tones, so you can choose tones you want to use, if you want to be more aggressive or more nice to people or more cynical. And the reputation you have with each character is linked to the way you're talking to them. And it will change not only their immediate reaction, but it can really influence the story itself, and some quest will be linked to the relationship you have with each guy. You can turn enemies to some, of course friends to others.
I'm on it. I'm Vulcan.
And you've got reputation too with some group of guys in factions. For example, you've got a reputation system with your buddy mercenaries, another with the Red Scribes, and so on. And you can be friends or allies with some different guys or enemies if you choose wrong answers, or choose some side quests that are against some guys or for some others. Voilà, here is a basic.
I'm going.
Different types of enemies. Each enemy has its own type of attacks. These will aim high. The spectres, for example, can ignore the walls, can come from sailing or from the... So you have always to know which type of blows using or which type of attacks, depending on the type of enemies. But the inventory, you will find all the different items you can equip. and each item, its armor or weapons, can be improved thanks to a craft system. So there is really plenty of craft way to improve your, for example, blades, swords, hacks, your daggers too, your armors, and each part should be visible. So if you, for example, if you improve your armor and add some new shoulder spouts, you will see it inside the game. And each type of craft part has, of course, special bonuses that can be helpful depending on the type of skills or the way you want to play. If you want, for example, to play more like a rogue, it could be useful to use a lot of poisoned bonuses. Or if you want to play more like a tank, you should improve your defense, for example, this type of things. So you can really mix the different bonuses on your different weapons or armors. And well, this is the no armor version. So these are a piece of craft. So and of course the female version will have its her own armors, of course, supplied to her. Well, as the scribes will manage to do their ritual, but in fact it did not exactly happen as they wanted to first. They will call a creature from these magmas of the earth, a fire demon. And this fire demon will possess you. You will find lost and you will be the host of the demon. And you will have to struggle then between the two sides when you want to let the demon overcome you to get more power. And of course he can help fight the sorcerers of ice, but doing that you will lose your humanity bit by bit. So you will slowly become a demon if you choose that side, or you can stay human. And this will really bring to two paths in the scenario, in the story. So depending on the choice you made, some allies will leave because they don't want to work with the demons, some of them will stay, and it will bring some new side quests, special side quests linked to your stories.
And you should be in there with the scribes.
The story will really change. Of course, if you choose a human way, it is more about getting some more allies to try to fight the guys, and if you stay demon, it's more lonely story, more about gothic story about yourself and getting more and more powerful. So, well, it's always played. You even play 2 times if you want to see both sides of the story, because it really changes the feeling and the end, of course, of the game. So, well, it would be interesting to play both sides. So there is 3 skill tree in the game here. So of course fights, all about fights. So each skill tree is about 12 skills, and each skill can be improved 3 times. Each improvement is not only giving 5% plus or something like that. It's 3 different types of bonuses that improve the global attacks, for example, or dodge or parry. You can move faster, this type of things. And we've got pyromancy, which is about fire magic. You will gain more spells and make them more powerful. You have more mana and all these type of things. And the shadowmancy, which is more about the teeth or rogue part of the game. So it will allow you to use the attacks I was talking before, means the 2 dagger things, and it's about traps, grenades, and of course all the sneak attacks too. So well, it's depending on the point you add different skill tree. You're not obliged to do a full thief or a full warrior. You can really mix your different skills depending on what you want to use. And of course, depending on the skills, the gameplay itself will really evolve. On the AI, because we've past worked on Mars Crawler, it was our previous game, and well, the AI of the companions were not that great, so we worked a lot on that to improve it, so that the combat could, of course, become more interesting, and that you can more rely on your companions and just not, you know, cannot fodder. So, and of course, each companions will have a relationship to you that you can maybe evolve thanks to side quests, to of course dialogue options, and some can leave the group if they came to hate you after a while. They can even become traitor and try to sell you to the enemy. or some, of course, can become your best friend, and there is even a romance option with some of them. Inside a whole chapter, you're free to run to the side quest, to explore, to do this quest in the order you want, but once the chapter is closed, you have to go to the next area, and you can't go back. So it's really story-driven on this aspect. The game will be released beginning of next year, and well, it will be launched on Xbox 360, PS3 and PC. Maybe we're talking maybe about doing it on next gen, but for now it's just a tool, so I don't want to confirm it for now because we'll see. And the main quest is about 25 hours, and there is plenty of side quests around. So, for example, each companions have 7 side quests dedicated to each guy. So, well, plenty of things to do everywhere, plenty of items, you know. And an epic story with huge monsters.